the ring and the trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can cover the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line.
What is it? Not today, you are. Not today. Great.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphins. Football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Drop deep, drop deep. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Pilot, 64, weak.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's get the ball. 61. Matchbox light.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Check 53.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go, deep tight. 80.
Now Rosen. This is caught. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Let's go. 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And the Browns first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
20. Jim. Shit. No.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Newton will get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Number 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Browns 0.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Balaj. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Rosen. Going for the deep ball. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Newton. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Single receiver. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber, 80.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Middle.
Now it's Rosen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Move. Hug. Slam.
Rosen will throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Keener. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rosen now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. shotgun snap for Keenum. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Throwing again is Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. The final shot before the break. Keenum into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Alert, alert, alert. Shit, watch the shit. X3, 218, chopper.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Run down. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Right there, 54.
Here's Newton. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Rosen on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And now it's Rosen looking. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
I'm scared. Check your hot read.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Being chased out left. He'll run it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Throwing now is Keenan. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Keenan going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Here's Rosen. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's a gain of 2.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
Number 53.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Miami, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in